Alright, so I don't know how this is going to work, doing it from the market, but I'm going to give it a go. So, we're talking about the gods, we're talking about the beginning of time, and again, I want to stick to the idea that there is one God, and a big illusion for a lot of people is the illusion of separation. And so even though there are 12 gods, they all were formed from one. So you could almost see it as each god is like an emotion. And so the same way that we experience anger, we experience hatred, we experience love and gratitude, our god experienced Aiden. And Aiden's version was he wanted to create a world to live in so that he could share it with other people. He created the four-dimensional world. When we say 4 dimensions, I mean from the beginning of time to the end of time. He created it all. And the moment he finished his art piece, the moment he almost painted the last piece of the canvas, the world came into being. Now, the moment the world came into being, Jessica was immediately brought into this world. And so this is the love relationship we've got going there, where Jessica and Aiden have always loved each other, but they're opposites of each other. One is stuck in the present moment, the other one lives in the 4th dimension. They never get to meet, and I doubt they will ever meet in a physical form during this lifetime. Welcome in, sentence. And so I think, at the end of the day, Jessica's story is just really sad. She's the embodiment of darkness, and so a lot of people immediately assume negative things, and yet in this world, it was light that created the illusion that has caused pain. And so I no longer hold the same judgment on darkness that I used to. But then moving on, she also bags the best boy at the end of everything. It's a promise. Sup, welcome in as well. I should also say we are at the market stall, so if I get a customer, I don't know whether to leave you lot around, or just end the stream and start back up. We've already had a customer this morning, so if we get a tarot reading, look, we'll just put this on pause and carry on in a bit. You can mute, that's a good idea, and then you just see me doing this. But then, now the first two are easy. Aiden came into existence, Jessica immediately followed. Now I thought, because Jessica is also the god of shadows, the plane of existence or of Aurora, which is this plane. Show the tour of your home. I will in just a second. I'll show you this massive market stall I have. I don't know whether Sage should go next because she was the first one to discover magic in this world, or it should be Scarlet because she was the first piece of land. Now there are other water-like creatures, so Sage is a koi mermaid, so she could live in the watery smoke. Raven could technically fly above it. Lily flies in the storms, so maybe she created weather, and then being a butterfly as her main form, she can still exist without land. But then Scarlet has to come reasonably early because she's the major city. She's a huge, massive turtle, sea turtle that people live on. So Susan, Ted, they will live on Scarlet. Go on, let me give you a quick tour. Here we go. Welcome. If the internet cuts out because I'm walking around, the internet around here ain't great, so that's what's happened. This is my market stool. Yeah. I got my tarot cards. I've just got the True Black Tarot and my Green Witch Oracle with me today. I've got my chakras for the chakra readings. And then I'm selling tarot cards. So I've got my Oracle decks, my packs, and like tarot holders, and then I've got my actual tarot cards. This isn't the whole selection that I used to have in the other shop. When I moved up, like, I knew I was going to end soon. I knew we were ending over Christmas, so I didn't buy any new stock. So it is a small amount, but knowing that I'm not going to be able to do this after next month because I need to start working in the jewelers again, it works. It looks very cool. Capped, welcome in as well. It doesn't show me a lot of the chat. Can you lot see the chat up on the screen? I don't know how it looks for you lot. And would it be better if it was sideways? Is it better if I do it like this? Yeah, that's better? Okay, that's good to know. So I was like, I'm sure for those of you on the phone, I'm sure the other way would be better. But yeah, for those of you on a computer, this would be a lot better. You're just going to see me randomly smile at people as they walk by. So, let's continue with the gods. So we're not going to do any tarot readings today. No, also on the phone sideways is better? Really? Alright, cool. I appreciate that. What was I going to say? Right. Anyway, let's return to the gods. So, I'm thinking Sage should go next. There's no way of doing it well that it's on my face. That'll do. You think Scarlet should go next? Earth? Just like Scarlet came into being and was like, there's no land. We need land. Alright. Well, I'm going to rebel against you anyway. I'm going to put Sage next. But we'll make sure Scarlet goes after Sage. The land from the void makes no sense to me. I object. Well, it's not a void. When Jessica arrived, she brought the shadows. So the consistency of the shadows is like water, so it's not void. The aurora at the very beginning was just an ocean of smoke. So anyone that can move through water, hence Sage is a koi mermaid. Anyone that can fly above it, Violet, who's a raven. Lily, who's a butterfly, they can fly above it in the storms and stuff. So technically a few people could have arrived before Scarlet. But I hear the objection. I want Sage to be next. So they arrived and discovered magic. They understood how to manipulate this world to the betterment of yourself without adjusting fate. Because that's Aiden's spiel. But Aiden represents, text. It doesn't show me a lot of text, so it represents light. So with his creative, darkness should also be made. My argument is with the water and the land. You know how the basic yin and yang in order to birth Sage. I hear you. I do hear you. Alright. Scarlet's next. The yin to the yang. I mean, in that case, it's not even Scarlet that arrives next. I guess magic doesn't need to be divulged straight away, because if we're talking yin and yang, if we're talking about balance, that's who's the god of fate? Is it Oreo? Oh no, it is. Yeah, Sage is balance. Alright, yeah, no, Sage is next. So Scarlet creates land, or becomes the land. Arrives becomes the land. Sage arrives and discovers magic and allows there to be harmony between water and land. Breathe some oxygen. They're gods, so we don't know their whole system. It doesn't have to be the same as ours. We can assume that they can just live anywhere, and they are immortal beings. They're going to be here from the beginning of time to the end of time. So they want some luxuries like land, but they don't need oxygen because death isn't actually a problem for them. Not physical death anyway. I like that. So Sage arrives, discovers magic and the yin and yang of water and land. Next, we breathe oxygen. Gods breathe H2O. The physical forms are only for our convenience and understanding. Yeah, pretty much. Then who arrives next? If we've got land, I still feel like Violet and Lily should be really soon. H2O is water. Mistakes have been made. I feel like wisdom needs to arrive so that intuition can decipher and predict the future of that wisdom. So I'm going to put Violet next, the god of wisdom and knowledge, the Raven Woman. So fifth, Violet. They almost create understanding. I don't want it to be communications, that's Oreo. And without watching the whole 20-minute VOD again, I'm trying to just remember what their whole thing was. I remember they came into existence and there was like, there's so much to learn here, let me just learn it all. But I guess they just arrived and started doing that, so there's not much in terms of lore to be added at this part in terms of them coming into existence. Violet becomes a scholar, and then we move on. Then probably Lily. I'm gonna cross these off as we're doing them as well. Aiden, Jessica, Violet, Scarlet. Right? That's how it usually goes in creation stories. Violet first, Oreo comes in with getting that information around, then Lily to interpret those messages. Oh! Yeah, I'm down. Sorry, it keeps moving. It's so much easier to stand up straight when I had it in the upright position, but we'll make it work. So what was it? Oreo. Brings truth. And then Lily brings the ability to tap into that information. So they tap into future wisdom. Or you prefer interpretation? Interprets. Then I've got the radio on as well. So I'm just chilling. The bit is The beard is life-changing. Dog, welcome in. Thank you. Yeah, I do appreciate my beard. Right, that's Lily. That's I didn't want to affect the. I'm gonna take a photo of this. Oh, I don't even know if I can while I'm streaming. The what? The whole foil collar situation is suspendous, in fact. Hello and thank you. Whoa, thank you, Indo. Welcome in. We are streaming from the market. I'm doing tarot in a market in Enfield Town in London. This isn't my usual get-up. We usually do tarot readings for people. But once I've done the 12, we'll do like a quick fire round for everyone here so everyone can get some intuition today. But yeah, who's next? We've done... Right. It went Aiden, Jessica, Sage, Scarlet, Violet, Oreo, Lily. The gods we've got left, we've got Alexander, the god of war and power. We've got Susan, the god of love and health. We've got Ted. Sorry, there's a ambulance going by. We've got Ted, the god of prosperity and success. We've got Igor, the god of death and chaos, and we've got Stephen, the god of joy and creation. Now, in Stephen's story, he blatantly points out that he was the last one and all the other gods were busy. So we know Stephen's lost. Oh, follicles have to do with hair. My bad. Yeah, I'm also dyslexic. I can't read. Then maybe Susan with the health and life to all living beings. Have we got everything for life? Yeah, so death definitely comes after Susan. Yeah, actually that makes sense. Oh, Susan. Brings nature. I guess you can start with nature. Humans and like other living beings don't have to be here at this time. My ex-husband was a Stephen and he was the last forgotten child. Oh. Capt, you do realize we should just name Susan Capt and then your whole family's here. There's also a brunette amongst redhead siblings. I apologize. I did not mean to throw any tough words at you. Don't worry, I make mistakes all the time. If I got upset about every word I read wrong, I wouldn't be here. This entire thing is just Cap's family lore. to be honest, I'm not against Kelly. And I didn't check. Somehow, and I've barely been here. Has anyone got any objections between Susan becoming Kelly? You do realize though that then Ted falls in love with you. So if we're going along this, and this is your path, Cat, some very rich and well financial man is going to sweep you off your feet. It's coming. Sounds lovely. Kelly is next. I'm gonna have to change it on the Discord, but yeah. All right, Kelly brought nature. We'll stick with nature for now. I don't want to bring too many things into it. So I'm looking for a Ted. Yeah, these are actual names. So yeah, you're looking for a Ted. Kelly brought nature to the land. Would she bring nature to the seas as well? To the darkness? That is the question. Pretty nice. Do you work in water as well? Or do you just work on land? Let me know. Because I like the idea of there being life in the water, just it's hard to see. It's like I guess there has to be a yin and yang. Cap, can you swim? Water, air, earth. Is that meant to be fire? You're just everywhere. I'm a really good swimmer. All right, go on. You're bringing nature everywhere. You brought nature to. I wonder if that's why Jessica was like, "What are you doing? I've got loads of plants and weeds and stuff growing all around me." To the land and sea. Like, you know how when we summoned Uriel, and I had to face north. Like, if you wanna gain Jessica's like insight, you have to look towards the Pacific Ocean. I grew in chemicals, so I believe you. It is quite windy today, so if everything behind me just falls down, just don't be surprised. All right, what did we say after Kelly? Does death, when there is life, there then has to become death? Or it's either death or power. Those who are living desire power, because it was actually Igor that stopped the war, so technically he doesn't have to be there immediately. Yeah, Kelly can be like a tape of life, and she can pour that everywhere without any discrimination. How that potential life is used is dependent on the respective governing gods. Yeah, I like it. Uriel, welcome in. Also, I've got no mod control on my end today. And Jezza, welcome in as well. Where the fuck are you? We're in the market today. I said I was doing a market stream today. To be honest, we've tried streaming in the market the last 2 times we've been in the market. And it's gone awfully. We're on the other side, which is windier, but the internet seems to be good. So I'm taking that. But we're going through the gods we're going in like chronological order and how they came into existence. So we're starting with Aiden. They created everything. Jessica was then stuck in the first moment of time. They experienced the first present moment. Then Sage came into being. No, sorry. I need to make sure I don't mix those two up. Then Scarlet came into being. So there was land. Then Sage allowed there to be balance between the ocean and the land. Then Violet came in, became a scholar, differentiating wisdom and knowledge. Oreo came in and made sure everything that was said was the truth. Then Kelly came in and tapped into everything around her and was able to interpret signs and things further than that. And then finally we've got Kelly, so the 8th god so far, brought nature to the land and seas. So it's either Igor or Alexander in terms of the next god, and I'm not sure who will these be their final names. Well, Kelly was Susan and that just changed. So names can change, but they have to change for a good reason. Did I say Kelly twice? Aiden, Jessica, Scarlet, Sage, Violet, Oreo, Lily, Kelly. Did I say Kelly for Lily as well? Oreo's the reason the knowledge can travel? Brings truth. Allows to travel. Cool. Lily might have sounded like Kelly. All right. Will there be a tarot reading today? We're not going to do tarot readings today, but we can do like a quick fire round. Also, I've got no notifications up, so if people are following or if anything like that's happening, thank you, but I won't know. So I'm thinking Alexander. Once there is something to gain, the ego steps in. You reckon after? Like, I feel like Igor had to show up because people were hoarding too much. Like, Igor wouldn't have had to show up if there was no ego. If people didn't hoard, if people weren't selfish, death wouldn't have to be part of life. Where does empathy come into this? I mean, you could put that under love with Kelly. Aku, welcome in as well. So I'm going to put Alexander first. Like, I don't want Alexander just to be corruption, but for now, that is the best version we've got of them. And so until that changes, that's the only way I can really look at them. Dominance. So 9, Alexander. Came to conquer. So then Igor comes along to keep everyone in check. Death balances power. What is this? Pride Fest? What's going on? My first boyfriend's name was Alexander. Capped. The coincidences. This whole time, I haven't been tapping into like a godly realm. I've just been tapping into Cap's life. Can you lot hear the music in the background? So yeah, this isn't Pride Fest. We're just going through the gods. Then the final gods. I think Ted has to come. Yeah, then it's Ted and Stephen. 11, Ted, so people can make sure that they are I don't know how to put it. So Ted is the god of success, and so maybe death was being too rampant and taking too much away from people. And so Ted brings some form of stability that even in hard times, you've still got an end goal, you've still got a purpose. Yeah, Ted brings purpose and meaning to what you have. Hope, yeah, I like that. And then finally, Stephen rocks up. Confused why everyone's so busy. And I guess he just takes a nap. I thought Stephen was what Ted already is. No, Stephen's the god of creativity and joy. They're very different people. You've had your fun, Capped, and now we need to find purpose in this life. I just figured out oxygen is N2. No. Sup, boys? What science degree did you do at school? Who is the polar bear hoarding stars? That's Ted. He is the one that gifts stars to humans so that they have something to hold on to through their life and something to achieve. So yeah, Stephen just confused why everyone's busy and sleeps. That is the 12 gods. I'll try and take a photo of that and drop it onto the no, he sets off on his travels. Nah, not straight away. Why sleep? Because he wants the world, like the world is being created. He doesn't feel like there's anything to enjoy at the moment. You've got to remember, Stephen's very childish. And if there's nothing to go, oh, that catches my attention, then what's the point? So he goes, all right, I'll wait. I'll let people do their thing. Nah, too early. Hey, everyone knows that one person that like it's the crack of dawn and everyone's up and everyone's ready to go, and like there's that one guy that's like, nah, I need like another 2 hours. Stephen. So that's our 12 gods. Right, see you all around.